Switch Station 32 back for another review. Today we're going to do the guide for the Elder Scrolls Skyrim, and we're going to do the two comparison videos. We're going to do the one they put out for the Nintendo Switch, and then the real deal. As you can see, there's a pretty big difference between the two. And we got Skyrim. I'm playing it on the Switch here. This ain't going to be an unboxing video because I've had this for a while, but I'll show you the inside just real quick. The cartridge. And a little bit of box art on the inside. Nothing too special. I will say this, Panic Button's been doing a great job at porting the Switch games. This game's really good on the Switch, and Doom is a really good game on the Switch. Panic Button's done a great job at porting both of these games. I haven't played Wolfenstein: The New Colossus yet, but I heard Panic Button did an even better job than these two games porting that, so if it's anything like these two games, I'd say it's definitely worth picking up on the Switch. So when I bought the Skyrim guide on the Switch, I wanted to get a guidebook for it. And at the time, this was the only thing available. I couldn't get the actual guide. So I picked this up. It was $25.99 in Canada. And let's get into it. It's really not a guidebook, it's more of an atlas. You should know that. Starts off like this. Now this is specific to the Switch. It's there's Switch controls and your motion controls. It shows right there you can get the Link tunic and the shield from Zelda to play in this game. It also shows you the list of amiibos you can use in this game. That's pretty cool, I guess. More amiibos and your shield. And then it goes right into your atlas. There's area statistics. I probably won't spend too much time on this one because it's just an atlas. It's not really nothing special. And it's going to take quite a while to review that. Secondary locations. And it just basically every page just has the map and shows different points where to find stuff, but it don't go into very good detail about it. There's another one. If you're looking for something Switch specific to get the extra stuff that the Switch has, this guide I guess would be for you, but or if you can't get this one, it shows where your collectibles and stuff like that are. So you do get a little bit of information. It's just compared to this other guide, it makes this one look not very good at all. I would like to thank everybody that watched the last video. It really gives me motivation to keep the channel growing. And as you can see, the whole book is pretty much the exact same. It's just your atlas, and it shows you where your collectibles and stuff like that are. A little bit boring. No real artwork in it. A little bit, but nothing that you need this in your collection if you collect the guidebooks. East March. These right here are about the most detailed. You get the page here, you get over here, and it'll tell you in numbered where they are. And then you got your map here to go look for them. So that's kind of cool, I guess. You got the Rift. Additional locations. I would recommend Skyrim on the Switch though, because it plays just as good, and you can take it on the go and play it in handheld if somebody's using the TV, and it looks great in handheld too. Definitely a good game on the Switch. One of the best RPGs on the Switch for sure. My favorite's Octopath Traveler, but this is way bigger than Octopath, obviously. I'll show a little bit of artwork, I guess. This is pretty much the kind of artwork that comes in this book. This little drawings. Nothing special, but kind of cool, I guess. And this is how it ends. Now this thing is 350 pages. This thing is 1120 pages. As you can see, this is the way to go. It has your DLC right here, as you can see. Right where I'm pointing. Look at the size of that. I'd drop it on the table so you can hear what it sounds like, but it would shake my camera. Now let's get into this. This is the good stuff right here. Right away, it opens up with some nice artwork. It's heavy too. I bet this thing weighs close to 10 pounds. It has your atlas right in this book. So this book, besides the Nintendo Pacific stuff, is in this book. So if you can get this book, it's a much better deal. A little bit more expensive. I couldn't find it because I don't think they print it anymore. I had to buy this at a pawn shop. I got a good deal on it, 20 bucks. I thought it was a pretty good deal. Even your training has nice artwork. I can't go over this page by page because it would take, the video would be way too long. But it goes into how you make your characters right from the beginning, all your different characters, what they do. It is almost amazing how much they put into this guide. To me, this is the be-all, end-all of guides. This is probably the best guide ever made. I have not seen a guide as big as this before. This is definitely the biggest one in my collection. As your trainers of Skyrim, 2 full pages of it. Well, actually 4 full pages because I skipped 2. Improving skills. And if you want to complete Skyrim, which would be very difficult, this is the book to do it for sure. The Atlas book, the one they made for Nintendo Switch, it wouldn't help you complete the game by any means. It goes into really great detail about your combat skills, archery skills, all of your skills really, pickpocket, archery, your magic, everything is in this book. Anything that you want to know about Skyrim is in this book. It's in great detail about your characters, combat and development. This book is heavy. Just flipping it over, you can feel the weight in it. I'd like to, if I had a scale here, I'd like to weigh it to find out exactly how much it weighs for you guys. I'm guessing upwards of 10 pounds. Other powers and abilities. And there's a lot of this. Into how you level up. Now your character levels. Pretty cool. I really like that. I think a lot of people would. And it goes into a lot of details about how everything functions. It goes into your menus and how everything works in your menu. Like I said, just to have this in your collection if you collect guides, it's definitely worth having this. Even if it's a second-hand one. This one's second-hand one, but it's in great condition. I actually get a good deal on it. They wanted more for it, but I bought a few other things, so they put the price down on it. So that was good. It goes into smithing. Very much crafting your weapons. Look at the detail in the smithing recipes. And if you can get this brand new, it says on the back it comes with 2 large matte posters. I didn't get those because I didn't buy it brand new, but well, look at the details in this. Other crafting activities. I know a lot of people love crafting in their games. Some people don't like it, but I'd say most gamers do really enjoy it. There's a few people who think it slows down the pace of the game, but for most people it makes it more immersive. I am going to have a video for Fallout 76 too, if you guys are interested in that. In Part 3, adventuring past through Skyrim. I couldn't imagine how many hours it would take to complete this game. But I can't overstate it. It does work really good on Switch, and I'd recommend it on Switch. If you don't have a Switch, play it on whatever you have. I have a PlayStation and a Switch, so I play it on the Switch. But to me, it was the best last generation game for PS3 and Xbox 360 for sure. I don't think anything was better than it. Definitely no RPGs were better than Skyrim. So it'll be interesting what they do with Elder Scrolls 6 for the next generation consoles. Because they really skipped a generation for the PS4 and Xbox One. They're remastered versions, but they're the older ones. Training Earthfire. There's so much in this book, I wish I could show you it all. But like I said, nobody's going to watch an hour-long guidebook video. But if you guys would want to show more, leave a comment. And if there's enough people that would like to see that, I would do it for sure. Look at the details in this. Everything in this game goes into great detail. Everything. These are your armories and your kitchens in different towns. Shows what they all have. Your cellars, training Earthfire adoption. Then it goes into your inventory. And leave a comment in what you guys are playing it on. I'd love to hear where everybody's playing it on. Look at the detail in the inventory. Ten full pages of just inventory. That's crazy. Crafting enchantments. All your different stuff for crafting, for your enchantments. I'll show another page of this. 9 pages of that. It goes into your enemies. Your enemies' weaknesses. The monsters. The animals. Everything you're going to be fighting in this game. It shows their armor, their weapons, how to kill them, their weaknesses. On every single one, there's a big list. As you can see here, how big it is for each one. 29 pages of just your bad guys that you're going to fight. And then it gets into your main quest. As usual, I don't want to spoil it for people. I know most people have already played Skyrim, but some people haven't. Some people might be picking it up on the Switch or whatever and playing it for the first time. I just want to know if they can get a guide to help them, so I'm not going to go ruin too many of the stories. But I will show a couple of them. It does go into very good detail about how to do every quest. It tells you where to go, everything that you need to find. If there's a puzzle, it shows you how to solve the puzzle. If you need magic or whatever you need, it tells you everything in these quests. Let's show this one. Dragon Rising. There's a lot of quests in this game. It goes into Companion Quest, Champions Radiant Quest, the College of Winterhold Quest. That's about all I'm going to show for the main quest. I don't know, I might have showed too much for certain people. Some people want to see them. There's a lot of people that want to see them that don't care, but I won't do it for the newer books. But the older ones, if there's other people that do want to see them, I could show them. If you leave the comment. And it goes into additional jobs. It's crazy how big this book is. Let's show this one because it has some nice artwork. The Civil War Quest. The map for that looks pretty cool. And I'm only 345 pages into this so far. Show this too, the Great Skyrim Treasure Hunt. Some nice artwork there. Pretty cool. It says on the back more than 350 quests. That's an insane amount of quests. And more than 250 collectibles you can gather. It's funny that the panic button is the one porting the Switch AAA titles over, because Nintendo kind of had to hit the panic button to get AAA titles for the Switch, because they need AAA titles that are, if they want to sell to the mass audience. They have their hardcore Nintendo fans that don't buy Nintendo no matter what. And then the younger audience that don't buy Nintendo, but they have to draw in more than just that to keep up with Microsoft and Sony. And Panic Button's doing a great job at helping them do that. It goes into all your books. Black Book, The Hidden Twilight. Black Book, Untold Legends. And a lot of other ones. All your books. Spider Crafting. It says on the back 3,000 plus hours you can put into this game. That's an insane number. World interactions and encounters. I'll show you a couple pages of it. Dawn Guard interactions and encounters. And this is when it starts off with the other book, The Atlas of Skyrim. It even starts off with the same artwork in both books. The only thing different about the Atlas is it has the Nintendo Pacific stuff in it. I already went over that earlier, some of this earlier, so I'm going to skip forward a little bit. Now it goes into achievements and trophies, which is really cool. A lot of people like collecting that stuff. That would be one big difference if you played it on the Switch. You don't have achievements. Like the in-game achievements are still there, but your achievements that you win, like your trophies and stuff that you get on Xbox and Sony, you don't have that on the Switch. It goes into your shrines. This is a big book, and I think it'd be a little bit complicated for somebody to just look it up right quick to find what they're looking for, but if you give it 5 minutes, you'll be able to find it pretty easy. Nothing too crazy. As you can see here, you can look up stuff and find the actual page number for what you're looking for. The Lounge of Dragons. And then something really important for a book this big, the index. And it goes into really good detail of how to look at what you're looking for up and find the pages so you can go find it. Anything that's 1,100 plus pages, you need a good index, and this thing has it. It's all alphabetically ordered. The index alone is 16 pages. And then It has another index, Quest Index. And this right here is really helpful. Because that's something you're going to be looking up a lot if you get stuck or lost or you're wandering around, don't know what you're doing. And then it goes into who wrote the book, which you've obviously put a lot of great work into to make a book this big, this detailed. To make a book this big and this detailed ain't easy. And it ends with pretty much the same artwork as the other book. And I'll show you the back in case you want to read all the info. I said a lot of it in the video, but that's a lot of the stuff that's in this. Would I recommend this book? Not really. If you just want to get it for the Switch, you can get it for the Switch. That's up to you guys, of course. Get whatever you want. Don't let me hold you back. If you want to get something, get it. But there's only about 3 or 4 pages of actual Nintendo exclusive stuff in this. And this whole book, besides those 4 pages, are all in this book. This book's 350 pages. This is 1,100 and something. Would I recommend this book? Absolutely. This book is, if you're into Skyrim, in my opinion, this is a must-have. If you're into collecting guidebooks, this should be number 1 on your list to have in your collection, in my opinion. I'm happy to have it in my collection. I really like this book. It's the biggest one I have. It's the most detailed one I have. So yeah, I'd recommend this book for sure. And if you could leave a like and a subscribe, that would really help the channel grow. And if you have comments, leave comments too. I'd like to get back to you guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. Switch Station 32 out.